they just put onto a team, put in a group with other interns or other mentors? How does that work? And I know each group will be different, and that's why if you've had that experience or seen it within any of your teams, I think it's helpful to hear the differences that are out there too.
So I can speak anecdotally. I've seen now 3 seasons of interns come through. On our team, the typical ramp up time to work on the actual service is usually for new starts like 6 months. So not really within an intern's timeline. With that being said, we usually try to give the interns a project that is still very meaningful within our sort of ecosystem. I think, just for example, we had this year, our intern wrote an API to look at dynamic scaling using linear regressions, specifically Facebook's profit library, looking at historical usage data to decide how much we need to scale our microservice. And that API is in heavy use today. It's extremely useful. So just because you might not get to work on exactly the production code of the team that you're working on, you still get to create something of great value to Cisco. And also, I think it was our intern expressed that it was very useful for him. He got a lot of experience that he said he wouldn't have necessarily gotten in school.
On my team, we don't have like intern groups because we've only had 1 intern at a time usually. The way we do it is first we have like a week of knowledge sessions. So it's just to give them a general concept of the product. So they get to meet with all of the engineers and we give them an idea of what the project's like, so they're not just like thrown in. And then they can express interest in whether they're into UI or backend. Our last intern was more going for UI, so we mentored him and set him up with the UI lead. And he worked on what we're currently working on, like so our drag and drop feature. So he worked with a UI lead on that and started off small. And then as he got more comfortable, if he wanted to take bigger pieces, he was given the opportunity to.
For our internship and network support with Cisco Meraki, the interns are assigned an intern mentor, which is almost like a manager for full-time employees, but the intern mentor is very aligned with the success during that internship because they're working with you on covering your knowledge gaps, but also working with you during your time with email cases from customers. So we do have our interns ramp up to what it is full-time employees are doing, but it's a lot lighter
make things last minute right now because it'll show. So if you have it now, great, include it. We have plenty of spaces to add additional links to personal projects and sites and things
Here's
like
another
that.
question.
But if you don't have it, just don't.
In these COVID days, how does your day look,
anyway?
and how maybe has it changed since
how does from other game development companies? Oh, that's a good question. I think for those of you who are like very curious about games and wanting to develop in games, Riot is definitely different in the sense that I would say like Riot and Blizzard are more similar to each other because we have games as a live service.
It's really nice to not have commute time.
Of just enormous scale, like being able to host millions of players online at the same time, and also globally too.
I don't mind working from home.
Requires a lot
primarily because of that. Also, I work on
tech
collaboration
that
tools,
you
so
find
this has
in
been
tech
sort
in
of
general, and we use a lot of what is
a serious
current,
like usage test for me.
And
of this
that is
stuff
very